afternoon, good evening. How's everybody going? Um, American Citizen says, nice thumbnail. Thank you. Nikki, a virtual hug, which is always well appreciated. Tommy J, Jake, Nanette. Um, let's see. Where is this going? Sorry, I'm getting notified. Scott, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Tim, how you doing? TNW. I think Tim's living in his house now. We'll have to ask him. Um, Joe's here. Hey, Joe. Let's see. There's Nikki. Still awake. She's amazing. Um, let's see. Maybe Nikki. I think I got every. Oh, Robert Maxter. Hey, Robert. Tom's here. You know, I caught part of. Y'all have to ask you about it. I don't know if it's normal, but I was watching it, and halfway through the replay of your Sunday night or Saturday night, way after I was already in bed. Although I think you moved the time. Um, it cut off and said it went private. Right in the middle of it, I only got to see half of it. Let me know if that's normal. Is that what you do? I'm going to try to actually stay awake during the next. Tom's doing live streams now. Um, I think I caught everybody. There's Scott. Everybody I think is saying probably, "Hey, Black Sheep, how you doing? Glad you could make it." Um, everybody's Mama Bear. How you doing, Mama? Yeah, wow, a lot of people. Raymond, how you doing? David, how are you? I think, God, I'm not caught up. You are camping news, and this is Bat Signal. Okay, comics. Okay, how are you? Uh, why are you tripping? Glad you could make it. Wow, a lot of people here. Um, First thing I wanted to know was, yeah, starting at 20 from this week Sunday evening. Okay, cool. Um, I did the I know I've been saying once we hit 20 members that I would do something for the 99 cents because I figure I should be, but I just don't know what to do. So today, this morning, I put out a little 3-minute clip of the camping video that I'm almost done with. I should probably be done with it today. It's taken a little bit more time than I had anticipated. I shot a lot of time on there. I think I ate through 2 SD cards. Anyway, I just wanted to know the members. I know Chris saw it, but it actually told me what to do this time. It said, click here, go to your whatever page on your deal, and put up posts that it's coming out, and then the members will know. I guess you don't automatically get notified. So I was just wondering if anybody that's a member, did you get notified of the members only video, the 99-cent version? Hey Jim, how you doing? Good morning to all. Meow and I are going to Pattaya for a couple of days. Cool. Yeah, go see Mitch. And you got to go by the Kiwi bar, and I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people that'll want to meet you there. Tom probably being one of them, and I don't know if Mark will be. I don't know when Mark is coming back here, but I know there's a bunch of people that are probably would love to, and I would suggest meeting up both very nice and good people. Hey John, how you doing? Mitch is here. Hey, Mr. Mitch. I was watching Chuck's video this morning, and Mitch was in it quite a bit. They were still over on Kochang, because, as you know, if you watch No Time to Be Sad, that he's about 7-8 days behind. I think James runs about like that too. Love your cover. Thank you. Appreciate it. Originally, I got this one, which I really like. That's probably my favorite. And that actually came from Foreigner Joe. Sent something out with that on it, and I kind of stole it. I don't know, but I really like the armed Santa Claus. Let's see. So did anybody say who's a member? Jake, you're a member. Did you get notified that that I had that there was a members only video out? Hey Sean, Dip Media, how you doing? And who else is? I think Nikki is too. Is Nikki still in here? You're a member, right, Nikki? Or no? I don't know. How do I tell? Oh, okay. It's got a little thing on here. Jake is, it looks like. Who else is? Why You Tripping is there? Did you guys get notified that I put out a members only? You're getting your 99 cents worth. I got to do more stuff, but I figure probably stuff like this, when I do stuff. And I'm going to show that clip on here, probably since we have 30 people in here. I did not get. You didn't get it, huh? Joe didn't. Joe was the first. I think you were the very first member, weren't you, Joe? Well, I'm going to show it on here anyway. It was just kind of a test, but I think it went out. Every time that I post on my, what is it? Let me look. Community tab, I think it is. Yeah, whenever I post on my community tab, it's supposed to go out, and it was a members. I don't know. I'm going to play it right now since we got 30 people in here. Give you, like I said, maybe another day or so finishing the editing. I think I just have to go to share video file. So I'll share this for a minute. Here we go. Hello everyone. So let me let you take a look at so let's take a look at the little camping spot here. And got too much stuff, and that's one of the deals here is to go through all this stuff so I can lighten it up for doing moto camping. So got a battery box there, a 31 liter refrigerator here. I'll take a quick look. Inside, the electrical run, another battery box, the air conditioner, the fan, a little setup for live streaming, and my pad and the laptop behind that. It's about 15 degrees cooler inside the tent, so it's real nice actually, real comfortable. So we'll go over and take a look at the generator. I didn't get to completely finish the extended run. I did bring the stuff with me, and this is water I brought to wash stuff with, dishes, that type of stuff. So I just stuck the hose in here. Eventually this will be mounted in there and epoxied in, and a cap will be on here, but for right now it seems to be working, so we'll see. Gas is getting pulled through. They do have little fuel pumps on them, so it does get pulled, and hopefully we won't get any real high winds, but we'll see. And I'm gonna go and get the steak for tonight. I think I have the rest of the stuff, onions, potatoes, and such, so I will do that. So I will catch up with you when I actually probably start dinner. We'll see. I will be back. So anyway, that's basically the little clip that's for the members only. But I did it more as a test too, but I need to. I said that when we're at 21 or 22 members, so I got to do something. So it'll probably be stuff like that, especially if I'm doing camping, little insight stuff, and maybe going to get this, or maybe a little 30-second video of making a deal on the trailer for the Forza or something like that. Anyway, I'll try to be imaginative, but it was quite an experience. It was okay. Hey James, how you doing? Hey Raymond, I think I said hi to you earlier. But yeah, so I don't know what it. I saw some stuff in here, not in the plans today. That Jim was going to I think he said Patea, but wanted suggestions on Jim and Meow on what to do, where to go, who to see. Try to stay away from Mitch. He'll just bring you down. Just kidding. Hey Cobus. I think I'm caught up. There wasn't really any questions, was there? Everybody's just been saying hi. Oh, I didn't see the Grinch. How you doing, Grinch? Glad you could make it. Hope you're feeling better. Where's Tom? Mitch, what are you guys going? Oh, you're going for breakfast maybe. What time is it? I know I screwed up. I was bored. I was sitting there. It is a little bit boring. I did probably make a mistake, and I don't know if I told you guys, when the Jurassic Park, which I've watched them all, came into the theater here in Surin, it had one time. It had 10 times during the day, but one time at like 8 o'clock at night or something, 7 o'clock at night in English. So and Top Gun. So for some reason I was sitting there bored, and I was checking out my. I went back. I finally talked to my wife. Come on, go with me. Blah blah blah. Okay. Well, they canceled that one probably because, in a week's time, the people that actually wanted to see it, the foreigners here in Surin, they had already seen it, so the theater probably was empty. So they cut out the English version. So I was sitting there at the cabin, and typing on the computer and surfing the web, and I was on my Prime Video account deal and looking at movies and stuff, and had early access for that. It was 1,000 baht. It was $30, $29, $29.95, something like that. Well, I bought it, and it wasn't worth it. I thought it was probably the least of all of them that I've seen that I liked, but I got it anyway. So now I've got it for life anyway, but in HD. So if I ever put in the 65-inch here at the house, I'll be able to have a good picture. Well, let's see. Did I miss anybody asking anything? Take care. Nikki's going to bed, I'm imagining. All right, Nikki. And Kova said hello to everybody. We'll put that up there. And I didn't even see Gary. Is Gary here? Gary, did I miss you? I must have. But if you guys are asking questions while I was rambling, put them up again, and I'll try to answer everything I can. You guys know that I'm pretty open. It's an interesting ending too. When I do put out the video, it's going to be like about an hour long. You guys skip through it or whatever. I really would wish that you could, or would hope that you would watch it. I do value your opinion. Granted, it isn't what it's going to be because it's more of a test. So there isn't a lot of trying to do the cinematic stuff. I didn't put the drone up. I didn't put me walking by and moving cameras and doing any of that stuff, which I will do. But this was more of how much stuff can I lighten this up, which is over half of the stuff that I brought. But that was the reason for the test. But I do value your opinion. But if you don't and you skip through it, at least watch the last 3 minutes of the video. It has a unique ending to it you'll get what I mean. And I'm hoping to put it out. If I get done with this today and I don't get a couple of things that, or if I get a couple of things done that I need to get done around here, I will try to finish it up. I'm close. I just have to do some actual videoing this last 3 minutes that were kind of special to me. I think they'll be special to you also. It's kind of cool. Anyway, even if you want to skip through it, which everybody does, is fine. But I want an honest opinion on what you think, and then also if you're skipping, at least watch the last 2 to 3 minutes. You'll get it. It'll be me in this yellow shirt, so you'll know. Hey Andy, how you doing? There's Gary. So I did yesterday. We need some special effects. Yeah, and there will be. I will do more. Like I was talking the other day on James's, when James was in here. I was really into photography when I was younger, and I told James that, and James was, because he did a video on how he didn't like getting into the Facebook groups and this group and that group, which I never did. And then people telling him, I'm imagining we're telling him you're overexposed, you're underexposed, you don't know what you're doing, that type thing. And to me, I wasn't so much into my stuff was more, landscape stuff, because I was up in Yosemite, a lot of stuff like that, and I shot large format cameras, 4x5s and 5x7s and 8x10s. Not too much 8x10s. I didn't get a way to actually do those unless content pretty. But anyway, I really enjoyed it, and at one time up in Bass Lake, which was only 20 miles from the gate to Yosemite where my house, or my nephew's house, is now. So I had access to all that area up there. And it is kind of tough, trying to lug around a 5x7 or a 4x5 camera and tripod and, everything that you need. But, I mean, they did it, Ansel Adams did it just on foot, But anyway, I in my basement of that house, I had 3 motorized 4x5, 5x7 enlargers, and a bunch of lenses. That's the biggest expense in photography for me back then. And I on my 2 1/4, I shot some colored stuff just for family and for whatever. I was into black and white, and the best thing about black and white was, I remember when I was younger, when they first came out with those 24-hour processing place, it was like, oh my God, that's so quick. Now they've got it in like an hour or something. But that's what I liked about black and white. I could shoot a roll of film in the 2 1/4, even 35 millimeter, or 4x5s or whatever, and take them right back home, go down, develop them, and have an image, brought out in 45 minutes, half hour, something like that. So it was instant gratification, which I was impatient, obviously, when I was younger. Still am to a certain point now, but not as bad. But I've been thinking about shooting again. When I saw James's thing, I kind of, he's got an eye. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. And I would never, get in a conversation with anybody and say, you should have done this, should have done that. But people do. But that isn't why I figured I'd rap with James at one time, just, casually. Because I don't think there's any wrong way to do anything. I don't care if it's overexposed, underexposed. I've shot stuff that I liked better, either or, and just my eye. So it's whatever catches your eye. Same thing with the koi. People ask me, well, what's the best one? The best one's the one that you got to look at every day. And same thing with, hanging something on the wall in a picture. It's something you got to look at every day. If you like it underexposed and or overexposed to a certain extent, then that's the way it should be. And people should keep their mouth shut and not bust anybody's stone, because they're doing something they obviously love to do, And but I've been thinking about it more and more, because I still got a 4x5, and I still got my 2 1/4, and all the lenses and everything, and that's the part that's expensive, is the glass. You can do whatever you want to with, with the camera, but that glass isn't top notch. You're not going to get what you want or what I wanted. But I don't know. They've been sitting around for a long time. They're probably moldy. I smoked back then, smoke screws with the lenses. I don't know. All right, I'm rambling again. There, you guys. I hope you're talking to each other while I'm rambling. Hey, Bobby, glad you could make it. If I miss it, looks like everybody's just saying hi, which is awesome because that gives me a chance to ramble. I didn't check with Chris, but I'm imagining this sounds okay. Let's see. Okay, guys, just quick. All right, Cobus. Thanks for dropping in as always. I really appreciate it. Thanks. So you guys are going for steak. God, you guys are killing me. Dave, we're talking beef. Nothing wrong with that, man. I could actually show you all sorts of clips. Let me. I don't know where it is though. I don't want to pull up the wrong one. But anyway, I cooked the steak. It was okay. It was Thai beef. We got it at. I wanted to go to Macro, but I didn't want to go to like 3 places. I wanted to get it done with the shopping. So just went to Big C and got Coke, and I bought Smirnoff, and I don't think I've had them before. Sour apple, something apple, green apple. It was good. I bought 4 of them, and had them after a dinner or lunch or something. Lunch, I think. Yeah, nothing wrong. I'm gonna try that paleo. They actually had an app. Put it on the phone. I'm gonna try some of their tuna and definitely their thick cut, either ribeye or New York or something. Probably one of each just to try. And then they deliver for free of over 1,500 bahts in Bangkok. I don't know about in Pattaya, but it depends on how close. But it wasn't bad. I mean, for all the stuff that I'm going to order, I think they're going to charge me like 300 baht or something, so $10, $12. But the steaks look pretty good in there. I think they're Australian, and I don't know whether they're grass or grain or whatever. But I'm going to try what they've got. They also have just gotten out. They're making corned beef and couple other ones. And selling that. So I don't know what that's going to be because I had thought about going ahead and doing my own corned beef. So, hey, Tommy, I don't know if I said hello to you. Question. Yeah, see? Caught my eye. Hey, John. Dave, what are you naming the video on your Olympian event? I haven't named it yet. Probably fat white guy in Thailand or camping fat white guy in Thailand. I don't know. I don't know yet. But the people that were around there kind of got a kick out of the air conditioning in the tent, and it worked perfect. Had a perfect. I was actually had to put the little thin summer sleeping bags that I bought. I had to actually put it over my shoulder, and it was quite comfy. I brought my pillow from home. Had to take the 6-inch or that's a good 4-inch thick, typical Coleman blow-up mattress that was exactly as wide as the cot, and it probably would have been okay, except I was surprised. I lucked out, actually. That cot just barely fit. I mean barely. It pushes the side of the tent out, and so I just let it out, and the cot itself is just a canvas typical cot deal, and it wasn't bad. And my knees, besides just hurting me normal, I didn't have to get down on my knees pretty much at all. So it worked out pretty good. I did want to get a different chair. The chair that I got, I'm not really happy with, but some things I've got it all written down, and I will explain in the last 3 minutes of the video. You guys will understand what it went on, and I will explain a couple other things in that also. But the steak was pretty good. It was still Thai beef. It was a little tough. It was cooked medium rare. The dogs loved it. I gave the dogs the little bit I didn't eat. And the potatoes that I made was good. Just sliced them thin and fried them in a pan with some onion and garlic and broccoli I had for that first dinner there. It was pretty good. My wife was over, and my father-in-law earlier in the day, and then my wife came by the next day. So she was really happy that I was close. That's good. Hey, David Benjamin, how you doing? Moving to Thailand, so I don't have to camp anymore. And it's it was fun for me. I'm really doing it because I want to have a good excuse to be able to pull that bike out and put some actual mileage on it. Going someplace 2-3 hours away. Um, I don't want to get too far out in the sticks, and I've got to find out because my wife is nervous as a lady of the night in church. Um, she's worried that if I get out there and let's say I have a heart attack or something. But I think they've got those emergency beacon type things. I got to check into them. If anybody knows, let me know. But I think they do, and they even have satellite phone and that kind of stuff. So I'll check into something. I'm not going to make it for me to go away for 2 days and her be so nervous she can't sleep. That's no good either. But so I'm trying to find a happy medium, but a lot of it's to get two wheels or three if I have that single wheel trailer on the back. Um, could you? I don't know. Tell you the truth, I had 3 or 4 of them in the states that I put together, but I don't know. It's a good question. I'll see if I can find out, James. The wife was glad to have the yeah. She isn't, man. She doesn't. At least she tells me this stuff, so I don't know. Maybe she wants to pump up my ego. She said she sleeps better when her husband's next to her. It makes her feel content, and which makes me want to chest bump a little bit. But and I believe her because she'll call me, or text me all the first night I was there, midnight, 2 o'clock. She's just, are you okay? Are you okay? So I don't want to do that to her, but if I did have something like that, or I've fallen down and can't get up, and I think my brother got my mom. She told me the other day one of the new Apple watches, and she slipped pulling the trash up. She's 89. She slipped pulling one of the trash cans up, and I guess the Apple Watch came on. You have fallen. Do you want me to call anybody? So that's pretty cool. But if you don't have reception, I know they have those satellite deals that emergency. Press the button. So what did Jake say? We'll tell I'll send you a link to emergency. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jake. I kind of figured it was going to be you, Jake. Pretty good guess, huh? Hey, Randy, how you doing? Glad you could make it. How's the being the granddaddy? Still digging it? I'm sure you are. That's something that doesn't go away, and it only gets stronger when you get 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Let's see. Is here that won't help a fellow expat out. Trying to understand the area. I'm in the middle of, I guess, the conversation. Yeah. I kind of right off the top of my head figured that, Black Sheep. Um, but I don't know. You're gonna see. Like I said in the beginning of the video, when it comes out, you'll see there's. I want to try to do this 2 to 3 times a month. I don't know. This 65-year-old body, even though the cot was okay, I'm not 25, 30 years old anymore. Although that I would like to think that I am, but I'm going to think maybe once, maybe twice a month, maybe a little bit more um, uh, as I get used to it and as it becomes easier to do. especially if it's just like one night, maybe do two. If I do a two-night, maybe only one a month. But I think it'd be fun. I'd like to do all the stuff that I didn't get a chance to do on this, because this, like I said, was more of a shakedown. But it'll give you guys an idea of what I'm going to do. But it would have been nice to do a little bit more. I don't know, cinematography. I should have put up the drone. I could have done a couple of the typical stuff. But I don't like doing the typical, so mine are probably going to be a little bit more on the weird side. But if you hike a lot, it's a good tour. Yeah, the money isn't really going to be the determining factor. It's going to be, hey, Moonwa, I had a question for you too, Paul. If I have where'd you go? Hello, by the way. Good morning to you. I have a friend that is very interested in, he has his degree and all that kind of stuff, and I told him what you were going to do, and he's got an excellent income. It's something that he just wants to do. So I told him that you guys might be a perfect match. So somehow maybe send me an email, and I'll give you his information. Let's see. I think it's Mr. Honestly. And I never stayed in the condo. Dave or Tom are the best. What? Oh, the actually the one gym that Tom gave to me. I don't know if Tom's here. I could dig it up. It was actually Mitch came and visited me there, and we had breakfast together actually before we went over to the Wombat. And it's only like, I don't know. It was less than $1 to go there with a Grab or whatever the heck, the Bolt. And it was a nice hotel. It wasn't like a 5-star hotel, but it was a solid 3-4 star, clean. Everything was nice and close to everything down that side anyway. And Mitch knows better than me. Is that actually Mitch? Is that John TM, or is that Patea? I don't even know, but it was a nice hotel. And if Tom is still here, he'll get it for you, Jim. If not, I'll look it up, because it'll be right in my phone under past. In fact, I can do that while we're sitting here. Let me just go to Agoda. I book pretty much 99.9% of my stuff on Agoda. Now, when I went to that last one, let's see, completed. When I went to the last one, the guy told me it was 500 right by Tim, TNW, when I went and visited him, and then met up with Jim and Meow. Excellent bungalow by itself. Only thing it didn't have was a coffee pot, but I always bring one with me and my coffee, and everything else was perfect. Perfectly clean. Bed was decent. Flat screen television, nice shower, nice everything. He told me, next time if you come, just call me direct. I'll give it to you for $400 a night. And I mean, $400 a night, you can't beat that. Let's see. Garden Seaview Resort, Jim, is the one that me and my wife had been to twice or three times. It's right on the water, overlooks the pool right straight out to 180, unobstructed ocean view, and it was $1,000 a night, and that included, or $1,100 for the ocean view, and that included breakfast. That one I highly recommend. A lot of Thai people, not too many foreigners for some reason. They give Thai people a really good break. In fact, I don't know if they're doing any of that give back stuff, but you might want to ask me how, or I'll ask my wife. That one, and then the other one is called the In Residence Serviced Suites. And if you want to, I can take a picture of those. Probably be easier for me to. We did connect on some kind of media. I know we did. I'll send them both to you. But you'll like that Garden Seaview Resort. It's a little bit further than some of the stuff, but closer to other stuff. So What did I miss? Anything? Thanks, Dave. I'll send you. Okay, cool. I'll get you his information. He's a good guy. So let's see. You're talking about the lens cleaned on my lenses? Yeah, I could. A couple of them are really. If I still have them, I mean, a lot of people have been through all that stuff uh, up at my house, and if somebody sees a nice, big, large format Zeiss, uh, piece of glass or something, and knows anything about cameras, they'll grab it and sell it. It has happened. Some stuff has been missing before, but whatever I got there, when I go back, I am going to bring some stuff back and maybe shoot some black and white. I'd even like to see if the chemicals are available for black and white. I'm sure they are to do maybe set up a little dark room in that building that I'm going to build out back. Although my wife wants it for my mother and father-in-law, but I keep getting pushed out. I want a nice area for doing this, and maybe have just one enlarger and maybe shoot some 2 1/4 stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I used to be pretty decent, or I thought I was anyway. Let's see. What did I miss? Did Joe leave? No. Maybe that wasn't even. You probably might not have even been talking to me, James. But my mind goes different ways. Uh, let's see. How long are you staying for? Now here's a question anyway for him. So now that the camping has been done, when's the next doctor's appointment? This Friday. I'll be going, and the passport's still sitting here. I've been. I kept it after I went to T&W's, and my wife was supposed to take it actually yesterday morning. Actually, maybe it's no, it's gone. Maybe it's on its way, which is always a good point. Um, um, Stop suggesting because I want things go sideways. Uh, Sideways in Thailand? Yeah, that'll never happen, right? You need to change your account name to the Black Sheep. uh, let's see. Let me catch up here. It looks like Mr. Mitch is talking to somebody about something, so I can go buy those. Okay, I'm caught up. That was quick, wasn't it? So, yeah, those would be, I'll take a picture of Jim if you're still, oh, you are. Probably 2 or 3 nights. I would suggest the Garden Sea View. But the one that Tom had told me to go to, that in residence serviced suites, was nice, and it was close to the Wombat. But you guys have a vehicle, and to tell you the truth, Ben, once I got there, even though I had a vehicle, I used Bolt. And if you don't have Bolt on your an app on your phone, you both need to have that on there. And I'm sure when you meet up with Mitch, he can give you all that stuff that you need for that. It's actually pretty easy, but it's awesome, and it's cheap, cheap, cheap. It wasn't worth it for me to go over and actually drive over there for the $2 that they charge to go there, $1.50. Besides the fact, if you do drink something, which I'm not a drinker, but you don't have to worry about it. You just take one back home. Really? Well, maybe that's why you don't recommend hotels then, right? Hmm. Okay. Well, you can either take Mitch's advice or my advice, whichever one you want to take. No reason to get in anything over that. That's for sure. Hey, Jay East, how you doing? Good morning to you. see what Randy says. Hotel motels usually use, yeah, they all do. Their facilities super wide angle, yeah, make everything look big, and yeah, they do. The thing I liked about it most was, outdated. I don't know. Anything that was built yesterday is outdated. But what I liked was the view, and the cost. Uh, I don't know where else you're going to go for 1,000 baht and get breakfast with an ocean view there. There probably are other ones. There was a real nice one. I can't remember the name of it. I was going to stay when I was there. I didn't. I ended up canceling it because I didn't go. But the it was, I want to say it was 2,000 baht, something like that, 1900. Very nice though, and maybe a little bit newer type deal too. But for double, I figured it wasn't for me. Sean saying here, David Saul changed. That's why I picked to stay 5 months in one place. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what Mitch is saying here. Maybe it was great for a family retreat. Yeah. Well, I was with my family, but if you're into walking places, quick meal. Yeah, yeah. I don't do that very much. So there's a lot of places around there, but I don't know. My wife went down and she liked more going to the seafood places. There was a market, a big giant market, um, within walking distance of the hotel. I usually room friendly. Also in Thailand, you're in the long term. Yeah, yeah, I know it makes it kind of tough, right? Was that guy? Didn't they fine him or kick him out of Thailand or something for making a bad review on someplace? They definitely don't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. I don't think. I don't think I would make a. If I didn't like a place, I just wouldn't send anybody there. Recommend it. I don't think I've made one review on any place that I've been going to places for whatever 30, 40 years. I don't think I've put one review out. I do read them a lot, especially when I'm going to go someplace, and it's still a 50-50 crapshoot if you're going to do it. Got to run up the street back and forth. All right, Tim, take it easy. Uh, Geez, I like the backwoods or the lodge, possible Amber Hotel. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of them around there. I guess that's what you want. Definitely the one that Tom had that serviced. I'll send you both of them, Jim. But that one there was definitely probably what Mitch said, more in the middle of the uh, more foot walking to more restaurants, and the beach is right there. Of course, the beach is you're right on the beach at the other one. But I don't know. If it was me, I guess I would stay at three different places if I was going to be there for 3 nights. Why not? I'd pick three places, and then the next time that you've got, one of them is probably going to be your favorite. And then when you go back there again, stay there in two other places. And sooner or later, after you've been to Pattaya and Jantiem 5 or 6 times, you'll know the top hotels and resorts in that area. But that's what I would do probably. Now thinking about it, why not? Unless you guys got a bunch of stuff. I travel light, one little backpack, and I'm done. Um, yeah, the Hilton on the beach, and I heard they got. I don't know if it was Lucas from Rides for Kicks. Is that his name, Lucas? I think it is. Uh, he went. I think he went to the Hilton for their dinner buffet, and it was off the hook. So if you're into 5 star and 3,500 baht a night, rooms, or upper whatever 25, 3,000, then you can go wherever you want. It's all relevant, I guess, to money and style, I guess. Yeah, Lucas, right? And they were saying, somebody was saying, I think, I can't remember what it was, Tom was saying at the last meetup, Mitch was pretty much, I think, in charge of that one that went off really well. So kudos to Mitch. But I heard Lucas was there. I think Greeny was there. James was there. I didn't, didn't, was Alex there? I'm sure he was. I know you only got like 20 suggestions now. Does that make it better or make it worse, Jim? Might make it worse. Um, but yeah, I was gonna say it had to be around three. I would imagine 35 for November. But if that was the place that I remember, it was. I got it. Maybe I think I'm almost positive it was the Hilton. It was one of the 5 stars there, and the dinner buffet that they put out was just it was off the hook. I mean, I think even Lucas was a little set back by how much stuff was there. Here's another one. He used to stay at a place called Villa Mamas on a side street of Soy Bacau for 500, clean and comfortable. Sadly gone now. The one that I stayed in that Tom was seemed basically what you were saying, but it was like I think it was a 4 star hotel. It came with breakfast and stuff, and I think it was probably about the same as the Garden View. I think 1,000 between 1,000 and 1,200. I can't remember now. I could have just looked. I have it down here too. I might still have it on here. Here it is. Okay, the Garden View. When I went, I paid. $1,000 a night. 3 nights, 2,917 baht, and that included breakfast. And let's see. I forgot I got the Serenity. I guess I'm going to Koh Chang and come on. All right, and how many days were I here? I think I was here 2. No, 1 night. Is that all I was there? Okay, so they're about the same price. Yeah, 15th, May 15th, out the 16th was 1143. So pretty much the same price, and that included breakfast also. But and like what Mitch was saying, as far as walking and looking around there, it might be a better choice. But I like the seafood stuff and the markets at the other place. But he knows the area better than I do. Oh, Alex didn't make it. Tom, Johnny Greeny, and more were there. But it's the subscribers for me what makes. Yeah, exactly. And I heard there were a lot of people there, a lot of subscribers. Hey Douglas, how you doing? I'll have to see the difference. All right, meanwhile, take it easy, Paul. But yeah, I don't know any of those. I don't know. I don't think you're going to find a horrible place with an ocean view there. And I think pretty much if you get I'm going to say ocean view besides the garden view, you're going to be in the couple of thousand probably. Maybe find something a little bit cheaper. I don't know. Though I forget the name of the one. You know what? I canceled it. Hold on. Let me go back in here. It looked nice. I asked Mitch about it. He said, I've never stayed there, so I don't know. Canceled. Garden View. I canceled that. The Four Seasons was one that I was looking at that I ended up not going to. The Grand Jantium Palace Hotel, and it's basically close to the Wombat. Look like I don't know if you guys can. I'll try to put up. Let's see if it. What are the pictures like? I don't know if you can see that. But that one there. Let's see if it. Did it have the prices? when I did it, it was for one night. It's a 4-star. 9 to 10, just a regular room there, which probably isn't going to be ocean view. They had it marked down from 27 a night to 1,065, and if you wanted breakfast, they wanted 560 baht for breakfast. With breakfast, just show you the difference. They give you a little bit of a break. 1,065 without 1,491 if you want to have breakfast. So. Hey Benja, how are you? Glad you could make it. I'm sorry I didn't catch. Were you in here earlier? Um, I've seen this. Traveling Fools, how you doing? 30 USD. Where are you talking about? See if I can catch it. If I can't. Yeah, everybody said you did an awesome job, so I'm just giving you another pat on the back. But Alex didn't make it, but Greeny did. Cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you were saying here, Trevor. Whether you were just saying, it's only $30, which is true. It's only $30 because if you look back on, I had said that in the past that staying at a Motel 6 in the United States, damn near $100 a night for a mattress that's hard as a rock and is this thick and an old tube television and maybe the room's clean, maybe it's not clean, still 95. So when you put it in perspective, you know, it's all relevant, right? Jim Miller, maybe he said Tim might have some suggestions. He's sending Jim Miller a line. Then just saying hello to Gator. I just saw you on Facebook, and I was thinking about you, Benja. Hope everything's going decently in your life. I know you work hard buying chicken and watching Dave. I know you buy chicken every day, pretty much, right? Let me get rid of this. Uh, yeah, me too. We all do. We hope you do well. Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, and especially when you're on vacation. I mean, my God, when I used to go on vacation, it didn't matter. I'd put as much money or draw as much money out of my bank account that it took for do anything I wanted, and if that meant most of the times a decent hotel was 250 to 350 a night, right? Along the coast or any place, a Hilton or whatever. Um, so it's all relative, and I didn't care, especially when you're on vacation. You always over tipped. I think that's why the people, the Thai people, and even Costa Rica when I was there in 2015, it was the same way. They didn't, you didn't tip, and it was really weird because in the touristy areas, they got so used to getting tips that they would get a little cranky if you didn't tip. But yet, you go an hour scooter ride away, and they don't even know what tipping is. So it was. I always tip. You guys know my story. My mom. I was a single kid up until my brother were 10 years apart. But she, single mom, busting her tail as a waitress, so that I could screw off. So I know what it's like to, my mom made a living for me and my brother, which I think is just phenomenal. As my wife here has done for her whole family, her whole life. But that's why I always overtip. But you seem to do even more when you're on vacation, right? Caution to the wind here. Here's 5, here's 10, here's $20, whatever. At least that's the way I am anyway. But when you're going on, because I still my original deal was when I went to Phuket to Kamala, I put aside like $500 a month for, I'm retired, for my vacation retirement, my retirement vacations. Two of them I planned between 3 and 4 days. Some in Krabi, up Kolak, all around Phuket, and it was easy to do. And that was before the virus. So I mean, it was stuff was high on Phuket especially, and I could find them for. I could have a 3-day vacation for $200, you know, no problem. And I drove my PCX and one back box and had everything I needed. But that was the way I was going to live as a single guy here. And then I realized, holy crap, I've got enough money to really really live any way I want to. A nice place. I could double easily the 10,000 that I was paying there for 20,000 in a nice 1-bedroom condo, newer glass front. You could do it even there. So I guess, like I said, I guess it's all relative on how much money you want to spend. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so what did I do, Benja, today in my chicken? Hope you sell all of it. Hope you sell out in 10 minutes. Then you can take a break. Um, but yeah, because it was. I mean, even when I stayed in a decent hotel that had the there's a million of them in California anyway, and I can't remember the names of them, but they're all basically the same, almost the same rooms, same looking buildings. You get breakfast. They would have like a whole big open thing of scrambled maybe powdered eggs. I don't even know, and they'd have the croissants and the coffee and cereal and milk, and some of them would have waffle makers in them. Those were a buck 25. When I went up to see my son the last time, which has been a long time. Um, that's how much. That's how much it was. So, like I said, to go here and to not so much stress out or worry about it, but 2,000 baht, it's $60 a night, and you could probably stay in a close, if not a 5-star, for under 100. It. I guess it all depends on how much money you have and what's good for you. People will know. But let's see. Somebody wants to get somebody to. Do this real quick. Hey Ralph, I didn't see you. How you doing? Yeah, I hope she sells it all. She's a good one. Um, yeah, you're right, Tommy J. Let's see. Noon. I stayed in old. It was Friday night for 590 baht. Included a large American breakfast. It was perfect. Yeah, and there's a lot of places that if you want to, especially now, if they aren't right in the primo spot and right here, and everybody wants to go there because it's in walking distance to the Wombat, or it's got 400 restaurants around it or whatever. The guy down the street that isn't in that ideal location, he might have great accommodations, and you know and you're paying 1,500 in this whatever, he might give it to you for 800 baht and a breakfast and everything else, or 590. People need money. So it's a perfect time to be here in Thailand and cruising around and looking for deals, that's for sure. What does she need assistance now? What's this? Okay, wait. Oh, okay. There you go. All right, Benja's got a channel. She's trying to sell her chicken. So the more subs that she can get, the better. Let's see. How many subs are you at now? Did somebody say? Let's see. 50 kilo. Now there's a lot of chicken. I guess it don't matter, but whatever. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to Benja, and let's give her a boost. She's a nice lady. Um, she could use the extra subs and everything, and get a nice base there, because I'm under the impression, I think it's right, that wherever she goes, she could kind of move around. So if she had the ability to have a nice following somewhere, whether it be Facebook or YouTube or whatever, they could find her. So Well, you must be very busy. I would come. Trouble, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is. She'll probably explain it here, John, but let's worry about that because I'm trouble too. Petchberry, okay. But I think she moves around. I just saw she had 60. Okay, yeah, if everybody would sub to her, that would be great. Um, Everybody that subs, there you go. 58, Grinch says. So you'll get a few out of here, Benja. If you were closer to here, you probably could feed a lot of these people. Maybe you need to go to Patea. Of course, there's a lot of them. But good chicken, I don't know. Like I've been watching, I don't know whether it's Chuck's mom that really likes chicken. I know Chuck likes chicken too, but it seems like she's or what I've seen, they're on the lookout for good chicken stands everywhere that they've been going. And I'm going to try to jump over there too. I had talked to or texted Chuck, and I was going to try to meet up with him on his way back in. I think he was coming through. How come my mind's going blank? Buriram, and he was actually there that day, so I didn't catch him in time. Excuse me. So I told him that once he got settled in and 5-6 days from now or whatever, that he felt comfortable, maybe I'd blow over there for a night on the Forza, of course. But yeah, they're chicken. I'm a big chicken. I eat a lot of chicken. Are you making barbecue chicken on the grill right outside the village that cooks amazing barbecue chicken? I don't. I think she deep fries. I don't know. I'll let Benja answer. Mitch is here, so we'll let Mitch out of jail. Hey, brother.
Hey, out here camping. What do you think?
Hey, yeah, you look good. I'd like being right there. I could do that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I miss is being by either the ocean or at least a big body of water somehow. I would have liked to have fished. I did buy a 1,500 baht, not the telescopic deal, but the breakdown poles and everything.
Yeah.
I got that, but the guy didn't want me catching his pets that he called them and eating them. He didn't like that idea.
Yeah, fried chicken. Fried chicken.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can smell the delicious chicken cooking from here. Yeah, she does. She makes good good chicken.
Fried chicken, man, I'll tell you what.
But I did every time that I seen. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
Two or
me
three
too,
times,
Douglas. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah,
I would
Mitch's
rather have
mom
that or
was,
joke. I like my soup, but still.
That she was asking for fried chicken. Chuck's mom.
Oh, thanks for that, Nikki. Let me copy that link there. Copy
What is that for?
Link address. Hey, Jake.
Wait, Nikki's still here?
She just came back in real quickly.
This couple.
Go.
Some
Jacob
love,
and
Lucian.
Chloe. I'm assuming that's Chloe. Copy.
All right, I will
No
take a
relation.
look at it. I will subscribe. I can do that.
Well, we found some really good fried chicken on Ko Chong. Man.
Yeah, it seemed like she really. Well, I know Chuck likes chicken anyway, but it seemed like she really liked that fried chicken. His mother.
Jacob and Chloe. Right on. I subscribe. Thanks, Nikki.
I will do the same right now. They have 414 subscribers, and now they got
Quit their
one
jobs
more.
full time and travel. Wow.
Cool.
Awesome.
Go back to you.
They've got their Instagram on there as
Young
well.
couple starting out. Cool. I will definitely check
Awesome.
it
Ought
out.
to be young again, huh? Holy smokes.
Yeah, tell them
Oh,
to
some
stop
salmon
by or-
here. Oh, boy. I saw a beautiful Washington sunset last night on video. It was a couple nights ago that they
You
filmed
did?
it, but oh, man. Yeah.
How you
it
doing,
was
Jake?
so absolutely beautiful.
Doing good.
I let Jake out of jail and I didn't even say hi.
It's okay.
Cheers.
Mitch and I were chatting off to the side and said, let's jump on this panel and see what's going on.
Yeah, why not?
Wow, that
already
sounds
been
pretty
an hour.
cheap, actually. $9.99 for sockeye.
Yeah, that
He's-
that one place, that Paleo, they have
Uh-huh.
3 or 4 or 5 different kinds of salmon too.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how it comes, whether it's frozen or fresh. I know the tuna's frozen, but I'm going to
Yeah.
order it all. I'm going to do it today actually because I'm tired of waiting. I think
I
they
know
wanted 350 or 400
Big
pot to
kings.
ship it.
Yeah, kings are nice.
you guys are in Thailand, but if there's anybody still here, an American audience, the prices for salmon at Aldi are like really good here.
Yeah,
Have
salmon's
you
expensive
ever
here.
been to Aldi in Europe or anywhere else you've
I've
traveled?
never been there. I've
So
never
it's a
heard of it.
German grocery chain that's really taken root here in the United States. It's very green. It's very sustainable. There are a lot of great products and everything.
Good night,
Um,
RCS. Have a good
and what
night.
you
Thanks for
find
coming
is
by.
that they on a lot of their products, like salmon, for example, very reasonable.
Now, Ralph's saying half off at Safeway. That sounds like a good deal.
Oh,
It's
wow.
So
expensive here. That one dish that the guy makes at the steak place that I go to, where I get the steak, potatoes, and a salad for 80 baht, 70 baht, 80 baht. He's got a salmon raw. Now I'm not big on fish sauce, but my wife, I said I really like this because it's spicy as hell. I like this sauce, and she says it's fermented fish sauce. So I don't know, maybe I'm screwed up or my taste buds are off, but it's just phenomenal. And I'm going to say he's got a good, well over a half a pound of salmon sliced into sashimi size. You know what I'm talking about. Yay thick. Maybe 20 pieces, 25 pieces piled up, and then all, of course, the chili
Morning, Paul.
peppers and the sauce and all that stuff on it. And he gets 160 baht for it. And if you go in and try to buy a half a pound of salmon, they're going to charge you that. So I don't know. Maybe he's obviously getting a good price on it, and I haven't really tried to chase it down. I was going to try to pull up that paleo, and I did. They do have a an app, and I don't know if I'll find it, but the stuff was. I thought it was fairly reasonable. I think Mitch, we had talked about it before. I think it was cheaper at the macro buying a cutting yourself, buying a whole slab of whatever, whether it be ribeyes or whatever, and cutting them yourself. But for some reason, I can't find. Oh, there it is, paleo. But I'm going to do it for the tuna.
Paleo.
I think the tuna that they had, it's all going to be frozen. But there's one that I've had that was actually from Big C in Kamala that it looked exactly like what they had packaged. I knew it came in frozen, and it tasted halfway decent after I doctored it up. But okay, salmon, fresh meats. Now this is saying fresh meats, so let's see what they have here. Nope, nothing there. Seafood, wild king salmon fillets are 600 to 1,400 grams, and per fillet is about 2,000 baht a fillet. And that's a big difference, 6 to 400. So don't know on that one. Then they got wild sockeye um, fillets, strips, and wild king salmon fillets, strips, and they even got salmon eggs, wild king. And they got wild sockeye salmon steak cubed, $3.99 per 300 gram. I should do an advertisement for them. Then they've got wild Alaskan pink salmon, 199 a fillet. How many grams is 800? No, it can't be. Yeah, maybe a kilo. 897 baht a kilo. And Mitch probably knows the prices. I haven't been to the macro and looked at it yet, but they got a bunch. Wild cold smoked sockeye, wild cold smoked sockeye whole fillets. They got everything. And then
Oh,
they get into tuna. But the steaks. Now I know I got caught the other day. Somebody said I said it was 4 millimeters, but I think I was wrong. Okay, so here is a. They have the Canterbury Prime Steer Ribeye, and it says, and then a thick cut. They're double, almost double in price. Let's see if it says 400 to 450 gram, 4 centimeters thick. So how thick is 4 centimeters? The other ones are 2 centimeters.
Quick, Jake, help. About
Per
an
steak,
inch
got to
and
be
a
just
quarter.
under 2 inches, right? I think.
Yeah.
Inch and 3/4, something like that.
1.57 inches.
I was
So
going
an
to say
inch
it's
and a half thick.
1.57 inches. I just searched it. I had to
Yeah, that's what.
unmute my
Yes, I
microphone.
got inch and a quarter. I
Next
said
to
inch and a
click.
quarter, so I was off.
But 1.57, so you know.
Inside story.
So the other one's like a 3/4 of an inch, which is basically about their typical cut in Thailand, I would say. So inch and a half is perfect. And it was 400 and what did I say? 449 baht a steak. So it's 50, what, $12, $13, $14? I don't know what the exchange rate is today. But probably cheaper to buy it and cut it yourself. But to try it, I'm going to go ahead and order one of these, one of the inch and a half New Yorks, which are, see what, I think they're the same price. And I don't know what this Canterbury Prime Steer is, but 450, 899 a kilo. So the thick cut, they're both about the same, 450 baht. And they got tenderloin, and then they've got different cuts, hand picked, pure South New Zealand. Have you tasted New Zealand versus Australian, or is there going to be a fight? Where's Brock?
Good
All right, I'll
question.
get off the meat subject.
I haven't had
think
them side by side.
Here's Cape Grim ribeye, $6.99 a steak. Thick cut, almost 800 a steak. So I don't know what any of this difference is, but I might order one of each anyway and just have them ship it and see what it says, see what it's like. Because even if I Jones, if I could get a good inch and a half steak 2 times a month, I could probably be happy. Oh, what's Peter saying? There's over 2,100 Aldi stores in the world, with 586 in Australia, opened up 2022. Yeah, I don't know what this paleo I think is in Bangkok, and it looks like they're distributing around the world. In other words, they'll every place in Thailand, they'll do it free in Bangkok if it's over 1,500 baht, which sounds like if you're going to order something from them, it's going to go over 1,500 baht. But I don't know. I'm going to try them because if I can get the tuna, because I eat that raw and I eat the salmon raw too. So if I can get it halfway decent, I'll try. What's Douglas saying? I was trying to pop a cap off my Leo last Saturday. All I had was a fish sauce bottle to open it with. I ended up with Leo with my fish sauce. I'll show you one. I can't really see it, but on these fingers here, there's a big long L cut here, and the whole top of this finger is cut off. And what it was, I was in the dark
Thanks,
room,
Jay.
like I was telling
that,
you,
Jay.
that I ran a rental dark room, and behind me, yeah, I had a chisel there, and I had a bottle, and I took the chisel, and I put it up against my thumb, and I went to pry the top off. The whole top of the bottle broke off, and my fingers went and sliced them. The worst part about it was right behind me, hanging on a string, was a bottle opener. So that was, and I went to a couple of hospitals. I was young. I didn't have insurance. I didn't have anything, and one of them turned me away. I sat there and bled all over their counter, and they still turned me away, and they wouldn't give me anything to cover it up. They said, "Well, if we give you a bandage or we do anything, we've accepted you and we've treated you, and now we have to finish." And they didn't want to do it. Second hospital I went to was a city hospital or something. But anyway, that's a ramble. Inch and a half may not cut. What? Paul, I didn't see you come in. Hey, Paul. A live stream at Costco just in time. Yeah, from Costco. You know, like I said, it was really weird too. I like steaks, obviously, and when I forget who it was, I think it was Master Chef, or not Master Chef, but what was the one where the Asian guy did they had a secret ingredient, and Morimoto went up against the two chefs battled it, and whatever that show was, they started using prime beef from Walmart, and Walmart put out some excellent beef. That once that show had given them a bunch of push, that and it was good.
That's it. Iron
Stuff
Chef,
was definitely
right.
prime.
That rings a bell.
35, so it went down again, huh?
All the salmon I smoked back home was from Whidbey Island, Coho Salmon Hatchery. A friend of mine worked there, and when they harvested the eggs, I'd go there and get a big Rubbermaid bin full of salmon.
Nothing better than smoked
And I'd
salmon, too.
smoke 'em, baby.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. It was beautiful.
What did you say? What did Jay say? They funny. That's what my
See, that
said
one
too.
looks
Yeah,
like a coho, but the one on the lower one kind of looks like a big mouth, a black mouth, doesn't it? Looking at
The
that
one on the
photo.
bottom.
Yeah, kind of looks like a king, doesn't it? Probably isn't.
Can't see
Anyway,
it too
yeah,
much.
salmon runs are taking a hit, boys and
Are they?
girls. Oh yeah, everywhere. Most of the crap we see is farm raised now.
Where's all the good stuff here in Thailand?
You got me, man.
I don't know. I don't know if that's expensive or not, but I know that when I went in, what was
Yeah,
it? Was it Big C?
of course
It
my
looked
mic's on.
expensive. It
Yeah,
looked expensive to me.
I never heard of all these stores, so must not be from my area.
Can't you tell Mitch inhaled all the time?
Yeah, I inhale.
Let's see. Peter says my wife worked at the first Aldi store when it opened back down Sydney.
I think a
They're
lot of the
selling
salmon here that like mackerel and what have you, is from Norway. Help me with that, folks, but I think that's where it's from.
I know their tuna and stuff is actually from
Farm
Thailand.
raised.
Most of their stuff is from Thailand, but yeah, I think some of the other stuff. And just to put it, I forgot to tell you guys, when I went shopping that first night to get the steak and all that kind of stuff, and
That's
I
awesome,
grabbed
Peter.
2 4-packs of Smirnoff green apple, which I really liked. You'll see it in the video. And brought it up to
All
the
right,
register, and they said, absolutely not, you cannot buy alcohol. And I said, oh, I was told that law is no longer in effect. She said, oh, yes, it is. I said, okay. So I had to put it back. So I went and bought it the next day and had it after I made the bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado sandwich, which actually turned out really good. And I drank 2 of the 4, I think. But I really liked it for a fufu drink. The only thing is you could drink the whole bottle. I mean, there can't be much alcohol in it.
Fufu.
Yeah,
Fufu
fufu drink.
drink.
But I don't know if you've tasted it, but it was really good. Green apple, I think they're called.
I like fufu drinks.
Yeah, that Smirnoff
Mai
green
Tais
apple
and
is
stuff
good.
like that, they're good.
They're good, especially on, I don't know, that's what I consider vacation. Hey, Maui, how you doing? Glad you can
Hey,
make it.
Maui. Yeah, good one, Randy.
Yeah, Randy's got it. Everybody's saying hi to Maui. But, yeah, so I guess that law isn't gone. You could buy between, I think, 12 and 2 and after 5 or something. I can't remember, but the law is still into effect in case anybody's.
Yeah, it is. I'm surprised because they one day they did it and took it back. So who
Yeah, I
knows?
know they were talking about getting rid of it, but they must have said maybe that's not a good idea. And again, my wife knew it. Who was it that said? Was it James or you that said if the seven's in a gas station, you can't buy alcohol?
Correct. Yeah. Any
Yeah,
of
my
the
wife knew that.
jippies or the sevens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I asked her. I said,
if
"How
the
the hell
Seven
did
James
you
is the one
Eleven
know?"
that told me
is
that
on
a long
the
time ago.
highway, on like the interstate, their version
Yeah.
of interstate, there are no alcohol
Yeah.
sales there because
Yeah, my wife knew that. I said, "How do you know? You don't drink." She
But
said, "I
just go
know."
2 doors down to a little mom and pop shop, and you can get a
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
cooler full.
well,
I
if,
drank I was
with
really
proper
surprised.
planning, you don't need to stop. You just pack the cooler.
Mm.
Just saying.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah, and that by the way, that 31 liter um, refrigerator, cool box, whatever you want to call it, worked absolutely phenomenal. I charged it up most of the time with the generator,
Hmm.
and then when it wasn't running with the generator, I had that solar battery pack and plugged it into that. Kept it at it said 41. I took a reading inside. It was about 36 degrees. Uh, Perfect.
Yeah.
I
I
have
really.
one of like that, Dave. I don't know how big it is, but it's kind of the
Ooh.
same idea. It's a rechargeable cooler, and like you can run it off the 12 volt in the car.
No, yeah, that's what this one will do.
The same way.
Some of the
It's
ones that don't have. This one has an actual compressor, just like a regular refrigerator. Some of them are
wow.
like off of that cool stuff that the first ones that came out that plugged into your cigarette lighter weren't exactly. So this one will go down to what was it, minus 10 degrees
Hmm.
Celsius, which is like what? No, Fahrenheit. It will go down to -5, I think. It'll freeze, I guess is what I'm saying. It is an and or. You could buy them like that, but they're a lot of money. That one side's a refrigerator, and then it's got a deal in the middle, and the other side is a freezer. This one is either a freezer or it's yeah, a refrigerator. That's why my wife was all excited when we were going to go to Pattaya. She was, that I had bought that because I bought a lot of crap. But she said, we can throw that in the back, right? And then I can turn it into a freezer and fill it up full of all my seafood, scallops, and shrimp and everything and bring them back. And I said, sure you can. Sure you
Hey, Dave, how you've been at this now for a couple of months. How does your wife like her car?
can. Oh, she loves it. She loves it. I tried to do I didn't do a very good job of it. I wanted to try to do some kind of a review of it, and short of, I love the car, man. There's nothing not to like. Acceleration is fantastic. The gas mileage per se that you burn on it is fantastic. The ride is exceptional. It's a great vehicle. I would buy another one tomorrow if I needed it.
But bottom line, your wife, who the car was
She
for,
drives it
she's
every
like
day
really happy.
except when I was gone. When I went to see Tim, I took
Right.
the see. All I've got to do to get the car, because I don't like. I could take the truck, but the truck is a manual and it doesn't have cruise control, and the other one has adaptive. All I do is press it. It comes up on a car, and it slows down, matches their speed. Well, I can move over into another lane. It picks back up to whatever I had it set at. It's like
That's pretty
it's
cool, Dave.
awesome traveling across Thailand. And all I got to
Yeah.
do is no, I don't need the car. I'll just take the Forza. And she'll, oh no, take the car. Here, take the car. So I
The
got
the
no problem with
magical words. I'll just take the
that. Take the
Forza.
Forza, exactly.
Ah!
My brother had a dime with a built-in cooler, few beds with cruise night. Yeah, this
I've
cooler,
seen those.
it wasn't. God, I'd have to go back in here and check, but I want to say 7,000 baht, and it's 31 liters. It's plenty
Right
big
on.
for a weekend 3 day, at least 3 day trip, and it's cheap as far as what is that? $150 or something? I don't know. I can't.
I'll tell you, Dave. I was pretty impressed with all this accoutrements
My
that you
God, it
had.
looked like an Everest base camp for crying out
That was
loud.
glamping. That was
Needed
glamping.
Sherpas
it was.
And I'm like, is that a guy?
Jesus.
Is that a
And it's really
air
weird because
conditioner?
it's sucking in basically pretty
fine.
much. I haven't figured out how to get it to recirculate the air properly inside the
It's a
tent.
tent.
Right now it blows it in there, but it was at 88 degrees. I think at nighttime when it came down to like 80 degrees, 79 degrees, it was 68 degrees inside the tent. So like I said, I had to pull up a deal over my shoulder.
Degrees in the
And I'm
tent?
watching. I paid $30 to watch that frickin' Jurassic Park, whatever they had an
Hey,
early
Robert.
release. So I wouldn't suggest buying that.
I don't know if you answered it, but Yormo Joe asked about 10 times about, hey, where's the 65-inch television inside?
Yeah. No, I didn't see that, Jeff.
He asked
Yeah.
it like 10
I had
times.
I had my laptop in there, and I had my 10-inch Amazon deal, and that's what I watched Jurassic Park on.
Wow.
And it was really weird because when I bought it, it goes, "Are you sure that you want to buy this because your device does not go into, the top line for 4K, video? You could play it on something else, like if you have it at home, you could play it on your 65-inch television for 4K, blah blah blah." So I said, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it," because I figured if I would have taken the kids to the movies and we would have all went and seen it, it would have cost me 2,000 baht. So I figured if I spend 1,000 baht, what the shit? I'm on vacation, so here I am on this guy in a tent, air conditioned. I'm watching a $30 movie on
Holy
my
smokes, 30
pad.
bucks.
Yeah, it was fun. I did have a good time,
I'll say,
but there was a
Dave,
lot
that
of
was-
stuff there.
That was
The
the
trick's
most
gonna be-
elaborate. That was the most elaborate freaking camping setup I've ever seen in my life.
I never and,
wow.
and what cracked me up was
I've
when
never been a big camping guy, so I don't
I'm not
know all
either.
the equipment and everything. I've been obviously thrown into a lot of survival situations where I had to just, do whatever. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, holy moly, that's like
And
a
I was on
4-star
Lasada.
Oh,
hotel.
my.
and I'm punching all this stuff into Lasada tent, this thing, this 4-man tent, 3-man tent, 2-man tent. You know what? How about air conditioned tent? And they made that. That's where I got it from, Lasada, made here in Thailand, because I wanted an easy setup deal. That one's like a giant umbrella. To set it up, all you do is pull it out of the bag, straighten out the legs, lift up the center, and it pops up, and you're done. Put 4 stakes in it, and that's it. And that's the reason I bought it. But it also has that bag on the side that encompasses and made for an air conditioner. So it really amazed me when I saw it. I said, okay. And it wasn't 1,800 baht, I think it was for that. $50. I don't know. Was that more than? Yeah, about $50. So is it the most well-made tent? No. That's why I've got a 4x4 tarp over the top of the whole area there. I wouldn't trust that thing in wind. I wouldn't trust it in rain. I wouldn't
Actually,
trust
I
it in
thought
anything.
that was a really good move, no matter where you're at, is to have a preemptive
I think so.
structure.
And it was
over
easy.
top.
It's easy to do. What they do is you lay it on the ground, and I bought those poles. They comes with poles, but the poles that they got weren't as adjustable as the ones I bought. And you just lay the thing on the ground, put in 2 stakes and guide wires up, put it onto the pole, and just lift the pole up, and let it lean back. Go to the other side, do the same thing, and then put the other tie downs on it. It was actually not too bad. I was surprised.
So a question
Jake,
for you, Dave, is a question for you is: do you think this is something some of your family members would do with you? They would go.
Oh, they
and
are going
just
to. I've got
camping?
another tent here, and we're going to go The kids are going to be here the whole month of October, and I'm going to say we're probably going to go up into the mountains of Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, where it's cooler, and the kids got a couple things to do. We're going to go camping maybe 2 or 3 times during that month. Yeah, they're definitely going to go.
So I
They're
see
excited to
Sean's.
go
I
anyway.
see Sean's question. Sean, let me check some of this out. It's been a while since I've been on active duty. I'll look up some of this stuff and see what might be available for you. All right, out there on the civilian market. I know there's a lot of stuff out there for tactical training. As far as survival training, I'm sure there's some, but I've got about 6 friends of mine that are survival instructors from the United States Air Force who would know this very, very well. Okay, so I'll check them and get
Yeah,
that.
those Yetis are real expensive, Joe.
Yeah, they
Way
are.
more expensive than that. Way more expensive than that refrigerator. But they do work great. I have to give them that. The hardest part is being a big dude and being old and moving around in the tent and stuff. But with that cot and everything, wasn't bad. Like I said, if I do it once a month, I'd be surprised. That would probably be what I would shoot for. And then if I do it twice, then that's great. But like I said again, everybody that's in here, I really want you can skip through it and do whatever you want. That's fine. But you get the basic gist of it. It'll be a little bit different, obviously, because this was a test run. But I do value everybody that's in here and watching.
I would think,
opinion.
Dave, if you do this at least once a month, you're going to get more flexible and
Yeah, and I need to
get
get
yourself
to the gym.
moving.
I need to do what Mitch is doing and go walking every morning.
Yeah.
Because I think Chuck's mom's probably got more strength in her legs now than I do.
Just steady and slow.
I'll
slow and
reserve
steady.
comment, but
Yeah.
let's
I just got to
moving,
get out and do it.
right?
And I got to get back to the gym. I keep threatening, and I want to go 4 days a week. And
Hey, Daz.
I just do
How
it.
you doing?
Hey, Daz, what's happening?
Daz Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
How
so
are you?
my wife and I were out in
Hey,
the
Ralph.
park today, and it was like so effing hot. It was like it had just rained here, and so the steam was coming off the pavement, and everything was just brutal. And I
Yeah.
said to her, she goes, "This is horrible." I go, "Babe, this is Pisanalok, Thailand. When we go there, that's what this is. This is it. It's just brutal." I said, "You got unless you want to hide inside, go to the mall all day, but if you want to do something like outside, just like walk around the property or go down the path and visit, auntie or whatever." I said, "This is it. This is life." She's like, "Yeah, I know, but I don't want to kind of admit it yet." And I go, "I'm trying to admit it now so we can kind of train for it, expose ourselves to being in
Well, I don't know. How old are you, Jake?
Let's see. It is now the 8th of August, so I am about a week and a half shy of my 56th birthday.
Now, Mitch, how old are you?
59.
Okay.
59.
Now, I want to know one, and I'm 65. When I was 55, 56, what I noticed the most that went away was my range of motion, my ability to motion. Everything's tight. The range of motion's the worst thing that I've noticed that from getting old. A little bit weaker, harder to keep muscle mass, that type thing. But the range of motion really, and like like Ralph said, not as bendy. It's weird, man, and I don't know if it's an age thing or what. But
I'll tell you,
I
my range of motion. A lot of that is because of I don't want to sound like a pansy, but a lot of my military problems from my
Right.
military life.
Right.
I've had those for years and years and years.
You lose
Thanks,
range of
Dad.
motion, Mitch, or no?
Thanks.
Um,
Thanks, Dad. Oh, of course I have less range of motion. You betcha.
Well, it gets worse. Let me tell you.
The
It's weird, man.
the the muscle
be right back.
tone and the exercise has been something I had to put on the back burner a little bit because I have a hernia that I haven't dealt with. So, that's one of those things that, like, oh my God,
You don't want to deal with that.
good, bad story. My mother came over. She lives close. She came over and she wanted to jump in the pool. My steps for the pool are actually pretty high. My mom's 83, almost 84, and she went to get out and she couldn't climb the steps. She could climb down in, but couldn't climb out. And so I basically had to lift her out of the pool. And let me tell you something. That hernia hurt pretty bad
I
for
bet
a
it
couple
did.
of days. Simply because it's like, this is not, it's something I need to get taken. Dave, I'm like, I'll empathize with you a little bit.
I don't know what it is.
You got a
man.
lot
It's
of shit. We got a lot of shit we need to take care of, right? And we're not taking care of it. And I keep putting
No,
it
and I need
off.
to
And
do it. Like I said, just coming back like this, this range is like almost gone. But I need to get back into the gym too, and I got to do it. But like this, like my brother, it rides 20. He sounds like Chuck. But like Chuck's young too, right? Mitch, how old is Chuck?
Chuck's like 49, 50.
No, he's over 50. He's 53, I think, or 52. So he's on the younger side. But I couldn't even. Hey, Internet Monster, how you doing? Glad you could make it. The it's just I don't know, man. It was weird. Like I said, that to be able to move around that campsite, and then as it was the extended gasoline tank that I was going to make, the tube must have come out of the water or whatever. Anyway, or out of the water, out of the gasoline, and so I had to fill that up just to get up, go out, pick that up, carry it over, pour the gas in it. A lot of that stuff was, and I'm sure it's because I'm out of shape too. But I need to get back in shape. I can't stand
Sorry,
it
guys,
anymore.
I'm back.
The flexibility scene.
Had a phone
We're not
call.
as active. Yeah. Well, what didn't help me was laying in that bed for 3 months and not moving. The apathy and everything of all the muscles in my body. It's been over 2 years now, almost 3 years, and it still hasn't come back to where it was before. Unbelievable. You wouldn't think.
Part of your issue, Dave, I think, I'm not a medical professional, but I think it's the fact that your respiratory system got so kicked by that.
It was weird. I'll tell you, I don't wish that on anybody. When you got that tube shoved down your throat, and you're completely. I couldn't move, per se. I mean, I could move my arm from here to here. I couldn't roll over, any of that stuff. It's amazing when they basically had me heavily sedated for 5 weeks. I didn't move. And in that 5 weeks, the atrophy in those muscles were almost completely gone. And I still don't think I've gotten them back even close to 80% almost 3 years later. Did they take good care of me? Did they do all that? Yeah. I mean, it was phenomenal. But I need to start picking it up myself and
the most
and
wonderful
doing
thing,
things.
and I post it sometimes to your threads here. That interview that Horner Joe did with you, is that your wife, she came by your side and she's never left you, and she's just been
And I'll tell you what, man, I was a
angel,
miserable prick. I was a
this
miserable
angel.
bastard. I was in a situation that I'd never been into in my life. You know, could not move, this kind of stuff. And I was awful to her on more than one occasion, and that woman just sucked it up and told me to fight, and did she's the greatest thing in the world, man. Let me tell you,
Hey,
there's no doubt.
it's funny because you've come. Don't get me wrong. I've been befriended by bikers on many occasions, but you came from a culture, a subculture rather, that would never ever be like you are now, and
No, no,
you're that
yeah,
person now. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's different, yeah, for sure.
And it's as you've gotten older and you've appreciated all these things around you and the cultures and where you live and everything. That's one of the reasons I really
It's good.
gravitate towards you, my friend, is that you have a you have a lot of background experience to offer. And I mean, Dave, you're what, 60? What'd you say, 63?
65. I'll be 66
65.
in December, so getting close to 66.
I mean,
And considering I only thought I would live to be 35, I'm pretty grateful for everything they've given me. Like I said, after it wasn't a big deal. When my wife passed in 2018, which was the shittiest year of my life, it was I figured everything was done, and then I got this second chance at life again, which I never thought that I would have. That's why there's a lot of people that I know that are in similar situations that I try to give as much support as possible to, because I know that it is possible. And I was like dead set. I'm never going to fall in love again. I'm never going to love anybody. No one's going to ever love this old bastard because like I said before, I didn't come here to chase 18-year-olds, but I wanted if I was going to get in a relationship, and it didn't have to be a sexual relationship, or a relationship to spend time with somebody and have a good time, I wanted a younger woman, in their 40s or whatever. And her at 38, when I met her, was like perfect. And she had all the right stuff as far as, well, you've been working at the same job for 18, 20 years. Oh, I go to bed at about 9 o'clock every night, So I didn't have to, because I was done with the party and stuff that I did when I was younger was off the hook. I mean, we had parties that went all night long, days. And there was everything, every drug you could possibly think of, every bit of alcohol or every kind of alcohol. I'm trying to think of the name of the balloons that everybody was sucking at. Nitrous. They had nitrous bottles. Now, talk about the most dangerous place in one of those parties was when members were in line to get that nitrous, and you had to and you ran out of nitrous, and if you were the hosting party of it, it could get violent. And it's usually the prospects that got the hell beat out of them. But it was fun. Like I said, I don't regret any of the stuff that I did when I was younger. I am happy that I turned out and changed the way I wanted to live and everything. And Nitnoy is right at the top of the list. I
absolutely.
mean, couldn't have made it or done anything without her. Not a doubt in my mind. That woman stood by me, and when people would have, so we'd only been together what, 8 months or 7 months when I that happened to me, and here's this poor woman doesn't have access to my accounts, doesn't know who to call, doesn't know nothing, and she handled it all. It's a kid from. Let me see
No,
what I say.
your wife is.
Hey, off the hook, how you doing?
Are you sure it's not because he looks like Santa? What,
Yeah,
Daz?
it
What are
could
you
be.
talking about?
It could be. Could be. You never know.
I
That's what
love
I swear.
Daz. When is Daz coming back to
Yeah, I haven't
Thailand? That's
seen.
what we
I
gotta
don't know.
know, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
I,
meeting him.
I
I
might I might come
haven't met
back
him
to
myself.
Thailand before Daz. I'll be there in October, Daz. When are you coming there? Come on, let's get it out.
Viral Star Wars game. Which one? Who are you talking about, Internet Monster? Uh,
It's
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the times and the ways. Although I really, I think I had told everybody driving the scooter around, they've never pulled me over. When I took the electric hot rod um, to see Tim in Udon, on the way back, I went through a couple of check stops and they just waved me through, waved me through. And the one I'm pulling up there, and on the way back, and the guy said, pull it over to the side. They had a road, cops over on this side. And I looked at the guy, and he didn't ask me any questions, didn't ask me anything. I pulled over there. Cop came up and wanted to shake my hand. I didn't have a mask on. He's masked up, so is the other guy. And I said, hi, how you doing? Shook his hand, and he said, well, what are you doing? I said, well, I live here in Thailand. I live in Surin. I was visiting a friend in Udon. Oh, well, why'd they send you over here? Have a good day. And, and off I went. But a lot of the other ones, I think it is, they're semi-intimidated, or they think I look like Santa Claus and they don't want to get short-changed come to that day. Hopefully I'll be back. Cool, that'll be awesome. I'm going to go back, I think, it's going to be 3 years, man. So I need to go see my granddaughter. I had a granddaughter born when I was in ICU for those 2 months. I've seen her on FaceTime, but not in Mitch fell out, huh? Not on face to face. So I got to go do that. So I've been not putting it off, but waiting for everything to clear and get everything in a row. But I did look at. I know that I've been pulling up those deals for you guys on what is the air deal? I can never remember. Just Fly, I think, is the name of it. Let me pull it up because let's see. I checked September. But anyway, I'll look at them again. But it was round trip to LAX was $650. Really surprised me, and that was on Philippine Airlines, another one that I haven't taken before. But let's see if I can't remember if it was in November or whether it was in September. Oh, here it is, right here. They got only one flight now, $645, LAX to BKK. And back, obviously round trip. Philippine Airlines, $645, and then the next one jumps up to $734. So
I actually have a friend of mine from the Philippine Air Force. He's retired now, or separated from the Philippine Air Force, who actually flies that route.
Oh, really?
So if you were to take that route from Thailand to the Philippines and back, you might fly with Paul. A friend of mine.
Well,
yeah.
I'll ask. That's Santa Claus. He's supposed to surprise you when you're not on a sleigh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been through, I want to say, hundreds and hundreds of police stops since I came here 4 years ago. Never once pulled over on a scooter. Not one time. Not one time. So I don't know if you were here, but Dad's saying he might come next month. I blew my knee out. Imagine that. I got to make sure is everything good before I head out. I need to have my knees replaced, is why I'm laughing, Daz. Got lots of house repairs. I know I did see, I forget when it was, maybe one of Chuck's things or something that you were doing a bunch of stuff in the house.
Yeah, I think this is probably the last 5 minutes or so before we wind down. So I'm just going to check out now so you can...
Okay, yeah, sounds good enough.
Good Enjoyed being on the panel with Mitch.
Hey,
Mitch, thanks for
hey, Jake.
How you doing?
Suggesting I come on. No,
it's great, Jake. I'd much rather do this than type.
Right? Like how we were doing.
That's why
you guys don't know. Mitch and I type in the background a lot, and
in
cargo. Well on the.
I've never, you know what, Internet Monster. I've never used Philippine Air, but a bunch of people have told me they're very decent. When I flew the cheapest stuff that I could get, which was Air China or China Air, and I'll never do that again. They they were probably the only ones when you would pull up Just Fly because they were so cheap. They were the only one that would pop up because they were 600, 595, 575. They were long, some of them were long layovers, but this here is $650 to back and forth to from Thailand to LAX. LAX I think is the cheapest. Chuck said what was the ones that he was like enormous amount of money to fly to Texas. Why I don't know. Where's Dad? Where are you at, Daz? Hey Ron, how you doing?
Daz lives in California.
California.
Yeah, so where are you gonna be? Where do you fly out of, Daz? Are you in Northern California,
LAX.
Southern California? I'm just curious. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, but my house was above Fresno and Bass Lake, and I was there for almost 20 years. Yeah, but we're just saying.
It's
I'm
always
near
good to
Frisco.
chat with you
Well, so
guys.
then
I'm
you
gonna bail.
you know where I was. My son lives in right outside of what is it,
All right, Jake.
Stockton? Something I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but let's see. You know, Philippine Arizona's good. Just bring some Vicks vapor rub to put under your nose 21 day. Yeah, it smells like.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I bet it does.
out of Frisco. Yeah, I got Joe and Sean. Do you guys want to come on
I'm not gonna argue.
now, or you want to wait?
I'm not gonna
Sean's
argue.
ready.
I'm out.
We'll bring Sean
Sean
on.
on.
I'll bring Joe
Hi,
on
Jake.
too.
Thank you. Thanks for that
Cheers.
C-130 footage too, by the way.
Yeah, you're
That's
welcome.
Chicago
Joe, so
to
they've got it.
BKK. I can do that for you.
See ya, bro.
Let me. All right, thanks, Jake. Okay, you want to go from Bangkok to what is the call letters for Chicago? Do you know? J East.
Oh, here.
Do you know Mick? See something, right?
Oh man.
How you doing, Sean?
I'm good.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, Joe.
ORD.
What is it?
ORD.
ORD. ORD. Chicago O'Hare. Okay. You didn't say when, but I'll do the same time with September 16th through the 29th. At least give you an idea in September what the prices would be.
I had I have Google Flight Alerts, and I had one book from November to January, or one just looking at the alert, and the
Right.
price jump. The price jump for premium economy. The price jumped from 2,600 to 4,300
Wow.
from Cleveland to BKK.
$958 on EVA Air, EVA Air. $950.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
Oh, I'm reading the chat. Reading that tweet message here.
You must with that shirt. You doesn't like my shirt? Get out of here. Of course I do. She dresses me continuously. If I didn't,
No, he's not
I'd look
talking
a
to you.
mess.
He's talking to Sean.
Oh, he was talking to Sean.
Look at there, you pee my pants. God, I'm glad I wasn't drinking any coffee at the moment.
I thought he was talking to me.
Classic, dude. That's classic.
Yeah, Eve Air I heard is nice. I thought he was talking to me with my nice
No.
orange shirt. I don't know. I think I like tank tops. You crack me up.
I was looking at flights from Tampa to you guys, and 16,000.
16 what?
16,000.
For what, first class suite?
Oh yeah, first class.
Yeah. No,
I'm not going to do economy going that many looking miles. Excuse my language.
No, this is all economy stuff.
Yeah,
$958. I think
That
that's a
would
pretty
kill.
good price. Anything to
Oh, yeah.
me, even on the West Coast, anything to me under $1,000 during this time seemed reasonable. But now it went from like 900 when I first started checking to 800 to mid sevens, and now mid sixes to or so. So I don't know. Out of Chicago, 958 sounds fairly reasonable to me.
Good Grace, hello.
Oh, is that what it was? I didn't know that. Sean's shirt is referred to as a wife beater in the U.S. That's how in tune I am to
I don't
names
wear a
and
shirt like that because my man boobs fall out. I'm sorry. Too much. I know. It's, if you can't unsee that
and
in bed, but
Sean's in better shape than all of us, so he gets to wear it.
I can put mine on.
I'm not wearing
Come on,
pants, Sean.
shirtless. Where are you at, Sean? What part of the country? That you said
East
it's humid.
Coast. East Coast. Yeah.
That it's humid there.
Like,
Okay.
let's see.
1800 Vietnam Airways.
Yeah, it was 92 today,
Wow.
and then it rained. So
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, you ought to be just ready to come to Thailand then.
I'm ready
You
to
run right.
look.
Yeah,
When I
same
sweat
weather.
more. I sweat more here than I did in Thailand because Thailand is not. It's humid, but it's a different type of humidity.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing the heat.
Yeah.
I've been around heat my whole life, but the humidity and stuff was a little bit tough to. I don't want to say I'm used to it, but my body has semi-ly adjusted to it because it just doesn't seem as nasty as it did 4 years ago when I walked up that plane for the first time. So what?
Hey,
Two
do your
people.
watch have steps?
Yeah, Ralph, it is. Next.
What's that, Joe?
Do your watch have steps?
What's that?
A step counter. On the
Oh
watch,
yeah, I have
your
a
watch.
step counter. Yeah, I have one. Don't have it on, but I have
I'm
one.
telling you, start with just 2,000 steps a day for the first week, 2,500 for the second week, 3,000 for the onwards and upwards, 500 at a time.
Okay, I'll do that. I did since I started moving around and stuff. I was over 2,000 on the 2 days at the campsite. So I'll start that. I need to do it. I need to get up and walk.
After
We
my
want
stroke,
pictures.
I had to learn how to walk again, and everything again. So I just put this watch on and walked as far as I could the first day.
Mm-hmm.
I did that every day for a week. The following week, I added a little more to it, then a little bit more, and a little more. Now I can walk over 20,000 steps a day.
You know what? My biggest problem is I'm such an idiot. I need to get my knees done. The walking part of it isn't like out of realm for me. I could do that, no problem. It's the pain level that comes when I start pushing up over a certain amount of not just walking, but time standing. And it could be standing still, walking, whatever. The knees, where it's bone on bone, really starts to get aggravated and doesn't like me. But that's my fault. So I need to push through it. So I'm going to start doing it anyway. This year I booked T-Air, didn't have anything. Tape hadn't opened up yet.
Killed cam. No, I've never had a camera underneath my desk. No need for it. I'm wide open, man. If they want to see it, I show it. I buy the cheapest coach back ass of the plane tickets I can get.
Now, how much
Because I don't
when
sit.
what did it come
sit.
during the middle of the second one when you came or whatever? How much was the ticket to?
I paid $1,600 round trip Singapore Airlines, which was a mistake on my part. I should have got a short flight out of Thailand, to meet that requirement. But I just booked the round trip. I'll just redo it, and I had the option of changing it every 6 months for free.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna mute my chat, and I went and I let that date go by, so I lost the other half of that ticket. But still, I sit in the ass end of the plane, and the second that seatbelt signs up or off, I get up and I go to the back where the kitchen or the restrooms or whatever, and I pace around. I walk around. And I was able to do it on that flight because there was 8 people on that Airbus, 8 passengers, 17
Yeah, I remember you showing me pictures of that.
flight crew and 8 passengers.
Unbelievable. Now, Sean,
But that's what I do. I do that every time I can. I walk.
Now,
I
when
walk
you're-
around. And I drink lots of water.
when you come the next time, did you already get your flight?
No, because I'm waiting on to determine how long I'm gonna be there. If I'm gonna be there 60 days, if I'm gonna be there maybe a little bit longer. So I haven't booked my flight yet.
But you're saying they doubled? What
Uh,
you checked?
yeah, well, so that's premium economy. But even looking right now, uh, if I catch just a normal flight to New York to go to JFK, and I fly out of JFK, just an economy seat out of JFK is 1,500 to 2,000 round trip.
Wow.
Like
Well,
it's
I
more,
guess the cheapest place probably on the planet to fly to Thailand from is Los Angeles.
and I like
Yeah,
Singapore
West
because
Coast. You're right.
because
Yeah.
West Coast.
I'm building up my points. But for
Oh,
me,
that's right. Yeah.
it's inconvenient to fly to the West Coast because if I don't catch a flight that's straight from where I'm at, then I have to fly to New York or I have to fly to the West Coast and
Yeah,
then
handy.
catch that flight.
fine.
So,
Right.
you know, it just adds to the cost. So it might be cheaper. Like if I was coming this month, I could have got a round trip flight for like $1,000, but that would
Wow.
have been I'd have had to fly from here to Canada, Canada to Tokyo, and then Tokyo to Thailand.
My mom flies quite. All of our relatives are in New Haven, West Haven, Connecticut, and she flies into JFK, and they
Right.
come and get her at JFK and take
Yeah.
her over to there. So she's always watching the flights, in and out of there from the West Coast anyway, and they vary a lot. I mean,
It could be because of because of my flights are scheduled, November to January. So
right during that
it
time
could
of
be
year.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It probably is. Now, what was that a good price, Jay East, or no? What time did? All right, wait a second. What did he say? I was packed when I came in May, assuming will be the same when I come back in. Oh, the plane was packed. You're saying you're gonna come October flights, not too bad out of LAX or there. I didn't check October. I don't know. Like I said, for this one, for September 16th to September 29th, which is basically a couple of weeks, was at 958. Now, if I change that to 2 weeks during October, let's see, the 7th to the, let's say the 7th to the 28th, 3 weeks. Let's see what it does. I don't know. I heard that Philippine, I want to try that airline anyway. And I've never been to the Philippines, so it probably wouldn't kill me to have a big giant layover there if I could get a cheaper rate. But some of these long layovers, they want more money for them because people use that as a way to go look at whatever city they're laying over in. Same price, $958, and then on only one EVAir, American Airlines, $982. So pretty much same price.
Like if I fly, if I don't mind like a 10-hour layover, I could get a round trip for 1,300 out of JFK.
If you don't mind
A 10-hour
layover. Most of them are 10. Thank you, Mom. Are I want to say on the short side they're 10 hours, and on the long side they're 15 or 15 or more. So the travel time is like when you're looking at them. I think the shortest that I've seen them from Bangkok to LAX are 19 hours. Maybe and that's like only an hour and 25-minute layover, which during all this crap, if you were going through China, you'd never make it. No frickin' way. The people are slow as molasses, and they don't like people that, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that.
Well, now
But
when
anyway.
when I look up LAX for my same dates, there's a Korean Air flight for $12.82. So it's the same price whether I fly from the East Coast or the West Coast.
That ain't bad.
Wow.
It's
not bad
Hey,
at all.
Dave, can I ask you a question about your live streams?
Uh-huh.
Looking at my calendar, what are your next one? Will it be the 11th, 2 days from now?
Probably
Thursday?
not because I have to go. I have an appointment at the hospital
Oh, okay.
on the morning, so I'm probably going to put that one off. I'll probably have it
Okay.
the day after, or maybe that night or something. All depends on what happens that day.
Anything on the weekend? Any plans for the weekend? Like the
If I
13th?
don't do it on the 11th, I might do it on Saturday. I don't know.
Okay.
Try
I'm
the
just looking.
14th. Cheaper during the week
Got a busy month coming.
instead of a Friday. Let me look at the one I was going to go. Let me try to LAX. LAX. Okay. You know what this deal does do too is it's got a flexible date in there. So if I put in like this Friday the 7th, if I went from, what did you want to try? Try the 14th, cheaper during the week instead of Friday, and I'll go to the 27th. That's probably what I'll do. But this program here, this Just Fly app or whatever I'd gotten had it from Costa Rica in 2015. It'll show you, cheaper fare. Instead of you leaving on the 14th, it's going to cost you this much if you leave on the 12th or the 18th or the 17th. If you put in flexible, it'll find you the cheapest one. 669 on Philippine Air, and then the only one during that. What did I go? October. Seems like they're running out in October. October, I'm not going to go though because the kids. I forgot the kids are going to be here. Anyway, only one, and then it jumps up to 817. The one for 669 is 20 hours going there and 29 hours going back. So if I click on that one, it's saying I got a 3 hour and 50-minute layover on the way there in Manila, and a 10 hour and 40-minute layover on the way back, also in Manila. So I like this app. It's pretty cool. I've been using it a long time. Let me go back here. All right, let's see what I missed here now that I've been rambling. Let's see. I know no one was probably asking any question. Please don't live stream from.
Yeah.
I won't do that. Let's see, what does Ron say? As the day runs, the rest showers and freshen up for the last leg. Jays, how you guys are talking to each other, which is awesome, because that keeps me out of the crud. But I do. So I don't know. It seems like it's going to be, by the time I pick my seat and do a bunch of stuff or whatever. But what's great too on every airline that they have on here, for some reason, is you get two large suitcases,
See you,
two or
Ron.
three, two large suitcases that carry, and then your carry on at no charge. It's included. Is Ron leaving? Yeah, back.
Off to BKK or in
All right, Ron,
BKK.
take it easy. Enjoy the rant. Yeah, I ran all the time. It's part of me, I think. Um, let's see. Did I miss anything? No, jeez. Ralph saying what to Jay's. I like that too, but the time I arrive around midnight, not ideal. But yeah, and what was weird, the last time that I remember that I went, I had to fly from Buriram to one airport, then get on a shuttle, which I don't know if a lot of people know this, but they have free shuttles that run from one Bangkok airport to the other Bangkok airport. I don't know the names off the top of my head. There's only two big ones there. They're free, and or you could take a bus or whatever. But I had to go from Buriram to this Bangkok, take a bus over to the other airport, and then wait there for like 8 hours before I could even get on because my flight from Buriram couldn't get one that was jiving with the times that I would leave there. But I did buy that Asia Air deal for whatever it was, 8,000, 6,000 baht. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but most of the time flying around, it's costed me like maybe 200 or 300 baht to fly. Well, to fly to Bangkok and back from Buriram, it costs about 150 baht with that if you buy that pass. So, all right, I'm gonna was that's what I was saying. What with JL, I finally get to fly 787.
See you, Andy. Good luck on the flooring.
In the past.
See you, Andy. Good luck on the flooring.
Andy doing something?
Well, I'm hearing that echo.
Yeah. Why is
Here's
it
somebody's
doing that?
mic.
It's not mine, is it?
I think it's
Hold on.
Mojo's mic.
No, it's
I'm
not
on my
Mojo.
phone.
Nope, that ain't working.
It's Sean.
Ah, no.
I was muted.
I just. No, it's gone now. Go ahead, come back in.
Check. Testing.
Baby, baby, baby.
Beep, 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 beep.
Go ahead and unmute yours.
It
Sean.
ain't Jake. I guarantee.
I'm unmuted. I got earbuds, so you can't hear the sound from the. I'm unmuted. I got earbuds.
Did you get those
I'm
from a
hearing
bad
echo.
hotel room or what? Them earbuds? Oh wait, I'm deaf. I'm tone deaf. Sorry.
Did that last week. Yeah, the stuff I'm saying, that was what I was going to say too on mine. I had I think the ideal way for me years ago, I almost retired a couple of times. I got lucky in my life, very young one time. But I couldn't stand rental properties, man. In California, it was like, the last time that I rented a place to somebody, I told them straight up, the guy, I said, I will not go to the cops. If you don't get out when I tell you the hell to get out of my house, you're not going to like the end result. And when I did tell the guy that I had to go because I sold the house, he got out in a day and a half. So it worked out when I had a gal that was in there that just reamed me for 8 months and threw T-shirts down the septic system and stole and broke and light sockets. I mean, what a nightmare. After that,
Yeah,
taste in my mouth. Now in Phoenix, in Arizona, I hear you can give them a 3-day notice, have the sheriffs go over there, bang it on the door, and they're gone. Not in California, so I would never do that. But it would have been an ideal way to have a great income and a retirement. Besides, if you had Social Security and retirement from a job or whatever, to have 3 or 4 rental places. I couldn't be bothered. I sold everything. Done with everything. But it's just me. What's Jay saying? Me neither. Staying a couple days in BKK when I get back. Oh, you're coming back in September. And for this is a week at work. Are you going back to John TM again? I know that you visited Mitch when you were there. Well, I'm going to end this because I got food sitting in front of me. It's been 2 hours and 50 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put up, in case Daz, if you want to come, maybe some people are going to hang afterwards that you want to say hello to. You can come on if you want to. Let me put I'll put the deal back in here and see if it works. There it is. The link if you want to come on or not and say hi. I don't even know what time. It's late in California. Anyway, thanks everybody. It's always a good live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little camping teaser deal that I put up. I'm going to hope to finish that today, and that video with the tent air conditioner and the gas generator and all that stuff will be out. I'm hoping tomorrow or the next day at the latest. But I really appreciate it.
I've watched your videos, your shorts and stuff, but how many nights were you out? That's
2.
2 nights. Yeah, right on.
2 nights, yeah.
Got some rain though. That's good.
Yeah, you'll have to see. Like I said, if you guys don't, you can skip through the video. I'd love to have your opinions, but you got to watch the last 3 minutes or so of the video.
Hey,
Um,
I got
See
one
you,
question
Ralph.
for you.
yeah, go ahead. You can
Where was
hang.
the TV?
Go ahead.
Where was your TV at?
Where's my what?
Where was your TV at? In the tent?
Yeah. Well, I had the pad and my laptop, so I have
No
Netflix.
60 inch?
What's that?
No 60 inch?
No, not yet. Too big.
Oh,
I'd go
I watched
blind.
13 Lives last night on Amazon Prime.
Hey, did you
By
guys
the
ever
way.
watch This Is Where I Leave You?
Movie.
You ever see that
This-
movie?
What's it called? This
This
what?
Is Where I Leave You.
I've heard
Justin
that
Bateman.
many times in my life, though.
Yeah, Justin Bateman, Jane Fonda.
Wow.
Awesome movie. If you ever get a chance to watch it, you'll laugh your ass off. It is. It's a funny, dark comedy type
Tina Fey, too.
type movie.
Adam
It's
Driver.
awesome.
Oh, wow. Dude. Yeah, quite a cast, actually.
Yeah, real good cast. Unbelievable movie. I watched it again last night. I own it. I bought it
You
a
know,
long time ago.
maybe I have seen that. I mean,
Her husband dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Excellent
familiar.
movie. Yeah, it's
2014,
worth watching.
You know, that was an eternity
It's
ago for
worth
me.
watching again if you haven't seen it. Did Uncle come in? Oh, just as
God,
I'm
these
leaving.
pop-ups. Okay.
That's amazing.
Anyway, yeah.
I lived it.
Kilt cam live. Jesus Christ. I think you have a fetish with me wearing a kilt there, Jay. What are you trying?
Question:
I
Do
do
you guys
have
hear
a
about?
fans only page. Go ahead.
What's that, Joe?
You guys hear about Olivia Newton-John passing away?
Yeah, that's too bad. Olivia Newton-John,
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I did.
73 years old, I think.
Yeah, there we go. Like I said, man, I'm going to be 66. If you're going to retire one day early, do it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Hey, Uncle, thanks. I'm glad you came in. I did. You just put out another
Yeah,
video.
that's true, correct. Yeah. It brought back a lot of memories for me. Buried
What was
memories,
it?
actually.
What did?
Oh, that movie, 13 Lives.
Oh,
Ron
13
Howard directed it. About the cave rescue back in 2018, I think.
Oh yeah.
Didn't that just come out on Netflix or something?
Amazon Prime is where I saw it.
Amazon Prime? Okay.
Thank you, Laura,
got
for
that
the
too.
free account. She's
I haven't
watching.
watched it. I'll definitely watch it. So anyway, I put in that link in case somebody wants to come into the after deal. We might sit and rap for 15-20 minutes. But
Cool.
Thanks everybody for coming. I
Yeah.
appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the
Hop on
next
backstage, Jay. Be fun.
one. Yeah, come on back. All right, see you guys later.
Take care.
Bye,
everyone.
guys.